Hello everyone. Today we are going to continue oxidation reduction part 3 class 11. In previous lectures we have gone through what is the oxidation and what is the reduction. So it's a very important chapter. Today we are going to study different type of reactions. We have different type of reactions which you have gone through in class 10, like there are five type of reactions. Redox reaction. One is a combination reaction. Combination means when two things are joining together and making a new things, that is called the combination reaction. Like when hydrogen and oxygen are joining together making water is a combination reaction. Second is a decomposition reaction. Decomposition means whenever breaking of a big molecule in a smaller molecule is called the decomposition reaction. Third is a displacement reaction. What is displacement? Displacement means replacing one element by the another element is called the displacement reaction. Second is a double displacement reaction. Double displacement when two atoms or two elements are displacing and a reaction is called the double displacement reaction. Last one is the disproportionation reaction. There is a no proportion, that is called the disproportionation reaction. First, we will go through the what is a non-redox reaction. Such type of reaction in which oxidation and reduction, neither oxidation nor reduction happened in the reaction, is called the non-redox reaction. We have different example of this. First is the neutralization reaction. In this, oxidation stage remains constant in the reactant and the product, that is the non-redox reaction. In neutralization, when an acid is reacting with a base, making the salt and water is a non-redox reaction. In this case, sodium hydroxide has a plus oxidation state, and when making the sodium chloride salt, it also has a plus 1 oxidation state. Next example is the precipitation reaction. What is a precipitation? You have studied this is in also class 10th. Precipitation means settling of some salt or compound in the bottom of the utensil is the precipitation reaction. Like when copper sulfate is reacting with sodium hydroxide, it giving the copper hydroxide and sodium sulfate, and this is making the precipitate in the reaction. Second example we can take when potassium hydride is reacting with lead nitrate, it gives the lead iodide and potassium nitrate, where potassium iodide is a solid and got being in heavy in weight settled down in the bottom of the beaker. Next example is a complex formation. Complex formation means whenever in a reaction few elements or multi-element ions are joining together or making a complex, maybe the coordinate compound, that is a complex formation. In this, oxidation stage remains constant. Next is a disproportionation reaction. Disproportionation where there is a special type of reaction where an element in one oxidation state is simultaneously oxidized and reduced. One element is behaving with like both the behavior. One time it is oxidizing and second time it is reducing. That is the disproportionation reaction. One of the reaction substance in a disproportionation reaction always contain an element that can exit at least 3 oxidation states. The element in the form of reacting substance is in the intermediate oxidation state. Example, whenever we are taking a 2 molecule of water, hydrogen peroxide, H2O2, one time the oxygen of first hydrogen peroxide is oxidizing and the second time oxygen of hydrogen peroxide is reducing. We can say when in first hydrogen peroxide oxidation stage is -1 and reaching to 0. Second stage -1 to -2. This is a reduction. Hypochlorite ion formed in a disproportionation reaction oxidize the color bearing stains of the substances to colorless compound. Fluorine is a most electronegative element. We know what is the most electronegative. Its electronegativity is 4. The sequence of electronegativity is like FONCl. Hence, it cannot exhibit any positive oxidation. It's always showing the minus oxidation because it's always behaving as an anion. Fluorine does not show a disproportionation tendency. Always there is only and only -1 oxidation state. Next is the auto-redox reaction. What is the auto-redox reaction? Auto means simultaneous. Redox means reduction and oxidation. Both things happen together. Auto-redox reaction is a reaction of reduction and oxidation that occur in the same substance or same reactant. Like example, when chlorine is reacting with sodium hydroxide, it is giving the sodium chloride, sodium hypochlorite and water. In the case of chlorine, in the free state, it's a gaseous state, it's a zero oxidation state. When it's forming the NaCl, this chlorine in the NaCl has a -1 oxidation stage. But in the NaClO, sodium hypochloro as NaClO, it has a +1 oxidation state. So in the first case, oxidation stage convert 0 to -1, means there is a change, there is a reduction. There is a reduction in the oxidation state, this is a reduction, and +1 in the second case, there is an increment in the oxidation number 0 to +1, so this is the oxidation. So we have studied different type of definition of oxidation reduction. In first definition, that was the preliminary definition, addition of oxygen and removal of hydrogen is the oxidation. Second was the removal of or donation of electron is the oxidation, or acceptance of electron is the reduction. Now is the advanced definition of oxidation state, means there is a decrement in the oxidation stage is reduction, and increment in the oxidation stage is oxidation. Now is a disproportionation reaction. What is a disproportion? This is a disproportion as an example. When ammonium nitrate is heating, we are getting the N2 and water molecule. This is not a disproportionation reaction. Disproportionation means one element only behaving both the oxidation, different type of oxidation state. But in the case of ammonium nitrate, it's showing the only two different elements. Nitrogen are showing the different oxidation stage. Like in the case of ammonium nitrate, ammonium ion is there, nitrate ion is there. One nitrogen from ammonium, that is has a -3 oxidation state, will convert to +1. And second, a nitrate ion which has a +5 oxidation stage convert to +1. Disproportionation requires that the same atom is both oxidized and reduced simultaneously. In this case, different atom of nitrogen are oxidizing and reducing. A special redox reaction. Is it chlorine? Chlorine is simultaneously reduced from oxidation state to 0 to chlorine to -1, and chloride ion and oxidized from oxidation state to 0 to Cl2 in the +1 oxidation state. This is a disproportionation reaction because only one chlorine is there who is changing the oxidation state, starting from 0 to +1 and 0 to -1. Now this is a very important part. How can we balance the redox reaction? There are several steps which we should follow step by step. Slowly we will be able to balance the reaction. Number 1, assign oxidation number to the species in the reaction. Means first we should know which element we have to find out the oxidation stage. Second, find the substance oxidized and the substance reduced, which is behaving as oxidizing agent and which is behaving as a reducing agent. Third, write the half reaction of the oxidation and reduction. Half reactions means what reactants are there, and finally what product they are making, that is called the half reaction. Then balance the half reaction. Number of atoms should be equal from the left hand side and right hand side. Next, determine the electron transferred and balance the electron between the half reaction. 6, combine the half reaction and balance the remaining atoms. Next, check your work. Make sure that both the atoms and charges are balanced. Now is the question. Identify the oxidizing and reducing agent in each of the following reaction. We have taken the two examples. In these reaction, we have to find out which is oxidizing and which is reducing agent. In the first reaction, when hydrogen sulfide gas is reacting with nitrate ion plus in presence of acid, they are giving the sulfide ion and NO plus water. In the second case, MnO2, magnesium dioxide, is reacting with hydrobromide, giving the magnesium bromide, and bromine gas is released with the water. For identifying this thing, first we should follow the step by step. Now, first step is we have to find out, mention the oxidation and reduction numbers. In the case of hydrogen sulfide, hydrogen is +1, sulfur is -2, and NO3 ion +5, -2 ion, and hydronium ion is always +1. And free stage of sulfur, that's why it's 0. And NO, because we know oxygen has a -2, so nitrogen also has a +2. Then water, hydrogen ion has a +1 and oxygen has -2. Then same thing we are doing the other second reaction also. First we should mention what is the oxidation number. Second, assign oxidation state, determine element oxidized and element reduced. Now we have to find out which element is oxidizing and which element is reducing. Next, separate into oxidation reduction half reaction. We have to divide it into two parts. Third, balance half reaction by mass. First, balance atom other than oxygen and hydrogen. पहले बाकी सारे जितने भी एलिमेंट हैं उनको बैलेंस करो. Then balance oxygen atom by adding wherever is the problem. In the case of oxygen, we should add the water. Finally, balance hydrogen ion, adding the hydrogen ion side by lack of hydrogen. Few examples are there by which we can make out the such type of reactions. So suppose zinc metal, when zinc metal is reacting with lead nitrate, it's giving the free lead and zinc nitrate aqueous solution. So what we should, first we should assign the oxidation number of all the elements. Number 1, number 2, we have to find out which element is oxidizing, which element is reducing. Then in the case as we are saying zinc metal is converting to zinc ion, means it is oxidizing because releasing 2 electron. In the case of lead is in the ion form gaining 2 electron and forming the lead free state, so it has a reduction. Then we should balance the thing. We know this is a already balanced reaction, so we should not require. So this is a redox reaction, means lead ion with plus reacting with zinc metal, giving the lead metal plus zinc ion. This is a very simple example. Second example, write the balanced redox equation for the reaction of manganese MnO4 ion in the acidic solution of H2SO3, resulting with the production of manganese ion and sulfate ion. So what we should do, we should write down the reaction. First reaction is MnO4 plus 16H plus 10 electron, 2 manganese ion plus each water molecule. Reaction लिखने के बाद में then we have to find out which is oxidizing, which is reducing. Then we should try to balance the reaction, half reaction. So because this reaction happened in the presence of acid, so we can write down H2SO3 plus 5H2O plus SO4 ion plus hydronium ion. So this is a total reaction. Next example, chromate ion Cr2O7 reacting with iron, giving the chromium ion plus iron ion. Which half reaction is reduction, which is oxidation. Now we should find out what is oxidation. We have gone through so many different reactions are there. What is oxidation, what is reduction. So first ion Cr2O7 minus 2 is converted to Cr plus 3. Now tell me what is happening with it's oxidation or reduction. Removal of oxygen is reduction. Like in the ferrous, iron plus 2 ion is converted to Fe3 ion, means ferrous is converting to ferric. This is a oxidation. Then write down the full reaction, then two step. One is the reduction reaction, second is the oxidation reaction. Then balance the equation, balance the oxygen number, balance the hydrogen number, then add together. This is example 6, when sulfate SO3 ion, sulfide ion plus MnO4 ion, giving the sulfate SO4 ion plus MnO2. The same thing we have to do. First we should find out where is the oxidation happen and where is the reduction happen. Then assign the oxidation reduction numbers, then balance the oxygen, balance the hydrogen, balance the electron and add the reaction. This is a balanced reaction. Have a nice time. Good luck. Thank you.